you press it? We good? All right, so don't worry. So, okay, so for the class food and culture, today I will only present the syllabus, what we're going to see during the year. I was saying that it's probably the most important class, and I'm very happy because we have some foreigners in the class, right? Okay, and the good news is Korea is changing very, very fast, right? It's no longer a homogeneous society, meaning like everybody is almost the same, okay? So now the country, Korea, is having influx of a lot of foreigners. And foreigners, what do we mean by that? People come with a different culture, different religion, different way of even eating, all right? So, for me, for example, I was born in Gabon in Central Africa, and then I went to Canada. I stayed there for over 10 years, and then I came back, and then I'm here in Korea. I've been in Korea for quite some time now. And as time passes by, we change, right? So this is what we're going to study, and this is why I think it's very important, especially for students in our department, food and nutrition. If you work in the hospital, for example, you meet somebody from a different country where they may not eat pork, right? And as you give them the food in the morning because they are in the hospital, you may find yourself in trouble, okay? So we have to be very sensitive to what's going on around the world, right? Talk a little bit about cultural shock and things like that. So we'll be studying different things. So it's going to be interesting to really see how things go. So let's go quickly. Okay, for those who don't know me, my name is actually pretty long. I think the nutrition students know me by now. Brice, Obiang-Obounou. So meaning of my name here, I know the cultural stuff, right? Interesting to know. This word Bian means medicine, yak, all right? And Bounou means believe or hope. So we hope for the medicine. So I often think that maybe I'll be a good medicine, good solution. So I don't create problems, I create solutions. Okay? So I think that it seems to be working. So I guess we go on the computer. Alright, so I guess most of you know already, my office will be here in this building, Bagel 1, 419, Sabek Shikuo. This is my office phone number. I will also give you my cell phone number, so you can send me messages on Kakao, all right? I will give you the number after the class. But remember, don't text me after 10 p.m., okay? 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., what should I do? After 10, it means you don't like me much, all right? Don't text me after 10 p.m. So you have my email here, the one from Kemio, but I usually go with the Yahoo email. So if you want the Yahoo email, if you want an answer right away, send me an email on Yahoo, all right? If you want a message right away, also send me a message on Kakao, okay? I will answer because it will make a lot of noise, all right? So, I think that's about it for this part. Now, what was I saying? Food is essential to ethnic, religious, and regional identity. You know, when we came to Korea, you know, what is the most popular food in Korea? Anybody? Bulgogi? Kimchi. Kimchi! All right? So, but I always ask the question, why do you eat kimchi? Oh, really? Because it's delicious? What, do you like kimchi?
Yes.
Oh, really? Why do you like it?
Because it's spicy.
Oh, you like the spicy part, right? So we'll study that. The first chapter, I change the order. The first chapter will be about food choice, right? Food choice meaning, why do I eat what I eat, right? But hey guys, honestly, the reason you eat kimchi for the Korean students is because you're Korean. Seriously, right? I mean, you wake up, you're growing up, your mom is just telling you, manimogo. You don't know why you eat kimchi, it's just because your mom asked you to eat it, right? If you're Korean, born in Africa, you will not eat kimchi. All right? So we look at it, you know, food that are very important for some people. So you go to some places around the world, These are the type of food that they eat. And so we have to be very sensitive to it. So there are food that we eat also by habit, cultural identity. And if I ask you guys what did you eat today, most students will have kimchi on it. All right? So these are the things that we will look at. We're not going to look at only the Korean side. We look at the African food and culture, the European food and culture. Also look at the Native American and stuff like that. So part of the culture is also identity. You know, how we dress, how we look. For example, she's different, so I just know, okay, maybe she's not Korean because the way she dresses, right? So, and this is very important because that culture is who you are, is your identity. Okay? Is your identity. So this will be very, very important, especially for you guys. As you know, like I said in the beginning, the country is changing very, very fast. And for many students, I remember the first year, it was probably the first time you have a professor coming from the central part of Africa. Most Korean are used to professors coming from the US and from Europe. So the country is opening up more and more, it's changing, and people come with a different background. Okay? So, my pointer is not working with me today. So, what will be the objective at the end? At the end, we have to define cultural identity. And a very important word is acculturation. Acculturation is what? Change of culture, adaptation. You know, I remember the first time I came to Korea, there are a lot of things you have to change. When you enter in the house, you have to remove your shoes, you have to sit on the floor. Oh man, I start having some back pain. You know, so these are parts of the change that we have to go through. All right? So acculturation means adaptation. It's like in winter. When it's cold, what do? We dress warmer, right? If we don't dress warmer, what happened to us? Yeah, when we freeze, what happened after? Easy, man. You die, right? So acculturation is important because if you don't adapt, you die. If you just say, oh, I am in Korea, but I don't eat Korean food, you may find yourself in trouble, right? Especially in a country where you have mostly Korean food. But the difference in Korea right now is there is what we call a nutrition transition, because Korea is now having foods from all over the world, or mostly the American type of food. Okay, so we look at some of those things, and also look at acculturation and health. So what we found out is, as people change their country, sometimes their health goes kind of down, right? We try to understand what's going on with them, why their health is going bad, you know, what's going on. We look at it, okay? So number two, work effectively with members of different ethnic, religious, and regional groups, right? This is what I said. If you go to our hospital, Dongsan Hospital, we must be able to work with foreigners who come sick, who don't necessarily know what to do. And one important aspect, very important aspect of working with other communities is also the language, right? If you live in Korea, you can't speak Korean, or if you live in a different country, you cannot speak the language of the country, you are in trouble, right? Yeah, you're in trouble. But I have the best life in the world because every time I'm sick, they find a doctor who speaks English. So Korea is probably the best country in the world. But if you go other places and you don't speak the language of the country, it will be very difficult for you. All right? Very, very difficult. Number three, establish correlation between food and communicable disease. What does it mean? So non-communicable disease, an example is, for example, high blood pressure. All right? When we talk about communicable disease, we talk about diseases like AIDS, like you're giving the disease to somebody. All right? But these are the diseases that people will have over time. Heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and things like that. Okay? So, and we will finish with food safety and food security. Food safety, the food that you eat, does it make you sick or not make you sick? All right? So we hope that the food that you eat is not making you sick. And the food security aspect, which is similar, this just means that you have enough and nutritious food that can help sustain your body. Okay? All right, quickly the rules. Hey, I love teaching, but I prefer when you talk to me sometimes, right? So you participate, you get involved in the class, then I give you extra points for that, very important. Before the class, I'm so nice, I will send you the PowerPoint before you come to class. Usually I send the PowerPoint a week before the class. So what does it mean? You know, the first people who arrived in Canada, the first people who arrived in the US. You know, I stayed in Canada for like 10 years, and you have a lot of Native Americans there. Even names like Canada is not an English name, right? You guys know that, right? So names like Toronto, these are not English names. These are like Native American names. You know, when they got there, they found already established people there. So if you go to names like Ottawa, you know, all of these things, Mississippi. So all of these names are names of these Native Americans. We still have them, but in a very small group, living in reserves, but their health is not the best right now, but we'll study their food habits as well. African food habits is not always the same because we often talk about Africa, but Africa is so large and so mixed. It's all different, even though we call it Africa. People from the north of Africa, Central Africa, and the south is quite different. And religion also has a big part to play with it. The European food habits, we will not study all Europe. I will focus mostly on France, Spain, Italy, you know, most of these Latin countries. Okay, East Asian food habits, I'm not going to study the whole Asia. I will only focus on Korea, Japan, and China. Okay? So I will only focus on these 3 countries right now, and then just see the similitude and what is a little bit different between the countries. And then we'll finish with food safety and food security. That part is also very, very important. Okay? Now, the last part, I will give you, it will be good to be in groups of 3 or 4 people. We'll talk about it later on. I'll give you some articles to read or some questions for you to really understand what is acculturation and health. Okay, okay? All right, so like I said, at the end of the chapter, I will give you some study guides. You know, I'm so nice. I give you like 10 questions that will help you to study, right? Even my exams are reflective of the study guides. I'm not going to ask you a question that is coming from Mars or whatever. And if you study, if you understand the study guides, you go through the PowerPoint, all right, and you come to class, you're going to have good grades, really, really. So I don't like giving exams. I just love teaching. But I have to give exams, so we have to do it. So the number 2 we will also do, like I said, you will need a smartphone to participate in review. After each chapter, we're going to review. And I will use this application called Socrative. This is my room number. This application helps me to see if you understand, right? Just asking 10 questions, that will tell me, oh, maybe 90% of the class understand this question. And if only 30% or 50% understand, then we have a problem. Then I will explain again. Okay? So review is good. Review is good. I will go slowly. I'm not rushing for any chapter because I want to make sure that you understand. When we finish the chapter, the next class, we review together. Okay, okay? So you don't need a textbook, you don't need a book, so you're going to save a lot of money, all right? I will provide anything that you need. But if you want to buy the book, sometimes I use this book, Food and Culture by Pamela Kindler, the 6th edition. If you want that book, you can order it, but it's not mandatory. So I use some chapters there, and I use other books too, but this is the main book. All right? Okay, okay, this is the part. I understand here in Korea we got a attendance 10%. All right. So as you know, what did we do before the class? We use the new technology, right, to check attendance. So it's not going to be me, it's just going to be the technology, right? If you attend the class, good. If you don't attend it, good. I mean, you know, it's university, we are grown up, so we make our decisions, right? Participation assignment, 10%, all right? If you like talking to me, I will give you 10 free points. But if you don't like me, it's okay. I like myself, you know. I look in the mirror and I'm happy. So if you don't like me, no problem. But if you participate and talk to me, you have 10 easy points, right? Easy points. So just participate. The quiz. I'm thinking about 2 quizzes, but this class is so big, maybe only 1 quiz. I don't know. We'll see how things go. Do you guys like quizzes? No? No quizzes? Oh boy. Okay, 1 quiz? 1 or 2?
1.
Oh, all right. I thought somebody will say 0. Nobody said 0, right? All right. So we probably, hey, look, the quizzes are good. It gives you an indication, especially for the students who never took a class with me. The quiz look like the exam, like the 3 part. It will give you an indication of what kind of questions, what kind of things I'm looking for. So for me, the quiz is not to test you. I'm just checking if you understand, all right? I'm not teaching for grades, right? I just teach my passion. I don't make you guys happy, give you good information. Exam number 1, midterm, 30%, some 3%, very important. And final exam, 40%. Okay? 40%. Now what did I put here? Grade curve. This is not me. 30%, only 30% of the class can have A to A+. All right? So the way I'm going to grade from the best student going down. So last semester was kind of difficult. I was teaching 1 class, food and nutrition. For the freshmen, they were very good, right? In your class, right? They were all good, but that's the worst part of my life. I hate giving bad grades, especially when you have good students. But this grade curves does not apply to foreign students, right? This is only for foreign students, but foreign students, if you work well, I can give you what you deserve, right? But if you don't like my class and you decide to watch Korean drama, you know, I also give you the D drama, okay? Okay. All right. So I think that's about it for today. If you guys have some questions, I will stay. If not, next, what is the first class? Wednesday, right? Wednesday, 9 a.m. Please don't come sleeping. I will be feeling good. So let's start well. I will go slowly. We'll take our time. And if you guys have questions, I will always finish the class in an hour or less than an hour to give you a chance to ask me questions after the class. Because I know some students are a little bit shy and things like that. So when I'm done, I will stay here. You can come to ask questions, right? Or you can come to my office. You know, just check my schedule. Anytime is good for me. Or you can send me a message, and then we meet, and I will help you. Okay? Okay?
Okay.
I'm happy. I hope you're happy too. So I see you on Wednesday. Okay? Annyeong. Hello there. That was the presentation of the syllabus. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm actually using my phone for now. Hopefully we're gonna get a camera. So that was the syllabus. So the first chapter would be on food choice. Basically, why do we eat the food that we eat? And it's a very important chapter because I will set the tone for the other chapters that we're gonna be studying together this semester, and understanding why people from different culture are actually eating certain food. And we also talk of the health aspect of it, and talking a little bit about acculturation and health, immigration, when foreigners are coming to a new country, their food habits, and the implication with health. So I hope you stay tuned, and if you have some questions or comment, you are welcome. So I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Bye-bye.